All right, martial poetry applications for episodes 36 through 40. So first one we have is piercing heaven and earth position from Baguazhang. So he goes to strike. There's two ways we can kind of look at this. One is the block is the downwards motion, while the strike is the upwards motion. So one blocks downwards, one strikes upwards, like that. Or we can think about this the other way, where he goes to strike. The high one is the block, while the low one is the strike. So this one you can get to walk in a circle around him, attacking while blocking, right? So in a perfect world, you'd be walking around him as he does this, right? Right? And this would be where your follow-up comes in. So kind of think about it in this way. Switch which one is like the offensive hand and which one is the defensive hand, and see where he kind of ends up. Because it gets you into many different places, like so. And even if he attacks with the other hand, right, I can bring this down and bring this back up, right? So it becomes almost like a swimming place, where you can keep striking from below, right? Bam, bam, right? Or you can strike over top. So that's Pierce Heaven and Earth from Baguazhang. Next is Pao Quan from Xingyiquan. This one's a little bit obvious, this presentation. So he goes to strike, boom, right? Explode. And really get that explosive energy that the whole body expands, not just the arms, but the whole body contracts and expands into this. And it doesn't matter which arm he punches with. You can punch with the other one. I come from the side here into the rib cage. So yeah, Pao Quan. You can also turn this into a throw, kind of, right? So he can come in, right? And I come through here, and then follow up. Or if he has the other leg forward, right, and he comes through, right? Yeah. So here, I end up with my foot behind him, and I can turn this into a throw, right? So that's Pao Quan. Next we have Drunkard Rolls the Barrel from Drunken boxing, obviously. So this one, similar start off to Pao Quan. So he can throw a punch, and then this is the start of the barrel, but this also obviously continues. So the next part here, I can grab this arm in my barrel, check his knee, and shoulder bump him as I come through with the barrel to his nuts. So we continue this all the way through, and then we have this all the way through, grab, torque, smash, smash, and through. So it just becomes a whirlwind of strikes. Boom, 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 boom. Right? We can also come on the other side. So he goes to strike.
Same one.
Yep. So I can come on this side, get to here, put this in my barrel, give myself a nice little, yeah, strike him in the butt because he can. Give him a little bit of a demoralizing strike. But another way to look at this, which is more in line with the poetry that I went over, and the idea that you have something like a barrel that you're trying to lift, so something heavy. So more of a throwing application. So he goes in for a kick. So this is now in my barrel. So I can take this and he doesn't want me to go through it. But this is where I come over through. So he goes to kick, right? And this hand can block up here, right? This comes on my stomach as I pick him up. Boom, strike him over the top. So yeah, it's essentially just the reverse of this, but it comes like down like this. It starts with that upwards motion for catching the kick. Cool. Now, Golden Rooster stands on one leg from Yang style Taiji. As we discussed in the video, rooster implies brutalization. Because if you've ever seen a rooster fight, it's brutal. So, the traditional application as shown, right, he goes to punch, right? I go to strike, but I'm hiding my knee from him. So this is what's going to get his attention, because it's going for his throat or his eyes. So as he punches, boom, this will be hidden underneath the arm. And since his attention is drawn up by this, he won't notice the knee. But this is Rooster, so it can't end there. So switch your feet so they can see better in the camera there. So go ahead. punch. This is not just a strike and a knee, but also an elbow strike at the same time. So it's this kind of elbow strike. So you're striking neck, chest, and gut if you're being nice and not getting him in the nuts, gonads there. But there's more, because it's rooster stuff. But wait, there's more. Neck, chest, nuts, kick out the leg, right? And then you just follow through. It's just really just running your whole body against them. So it's not going to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's just going to run the entire side of your body into them. You're making a jagged blade and you're running it into them. Yeah, nice Taiji stuff. And lastly, we have Dragon Rolls to the Clouds from Ma style dragon boxing. So I told you I was going to go in depth on this one because it kind of, the poetry involves it. The style of Ma family dragon boxing, if he takes up a guard position, my ideal position is to be here and at a 45-degree angle here. So I'm not aiming directly at him, but I'm aiming towards the sides here. This is kind of where it rolls, because a lot of the movement's rolling and wrenching and lots of great things. So the movement itself will strike underneath as it's blocking here. And then if he wants to follow up with this hand, right, like trap over here and then strike him from underneath here. So as you can see, I didn't really make big steps here. I only moved my initial position. And by pulling him, right, as he followed up with that other one, I pull him into position so that now he's facing that way. So really, he's facing this way, and as he comes in, I just position myself slightly. So now I'm just barely off, but if I was staying straight, I'd be here. But I position myself so I'm slightly off center, and as he comes to follow up, I again just shift from leg to leg. So I'm not really leaving the spot, but as he turns, I'm getting into my good position. So this is what Ma Family Dragon Box is really all about. Even if I divert from the initial application, right? And you just go on, right? Boom, boom, boom. Being in this position here. It's the way that Ma Family Dragon Boxing favors it. And it's also the idea of coming from underneath. Because everybody likes to, when they square up, they want to get over top so they can control this. So everybody's trying to get to that position, so they're trying to get here. So Ma Family Dragon Boxing is like, okay, you want to go here? You want to put me here? Cool, I'm going to train this. So it's like taking the natural instinct of a lot of fighters and then using that as a way to put you into the place that you're familiar with in the fighting applications that you're familiar with. So I may go to punch and then he tries to get on top, right? So I'm here, okay, cool. Boom, boom. I come from underneath. Rolling dragon punch. All right, so that's all for this video. See you in the next one.